Okay, think about it. The battery in your car, the phone in your pocket, pretty much our entire world runs on metals. But here's the thing, the easy to find stuff, it's pretty much gone. The hunt is getting way, way harder. So today, we're going to look at a new AI that's completely changing the game. It's learning to think like a master treasure hunter, finding incredible riches hidden deep, deep underground.
And really, this is the big question, isn't it? The demand for metals, especially stuff like lithium and nickel for all our batteries, it's just skyrocketing. So the question becomes, how on earth are we going to find enough to power not just our digital lives, but the whole green energy transition too?
And let's be real, the challenge is massive. You know those easy-to-find deposits right near the surface? Yeah, we've pretty much found most of those already. So now, exploration is crazy expensive. It can take decades. Decades. And on top of that, conventional methods often just miss those faint, subtle signals from valuable stuff buried way down deep. We've just got to find a better way to see into the earth. And that is exactly where this story gets interesting. It's a brand new high-tech treasure hunt, and it all starts with a breakthrough technology that is totally revolutionizing mineral exploration. So it's called CAGE-IN. That's a bit of a mouthful. It stands for Constrained Area Gridding for Enhanced Interpretation. But what does that actually mean? Well, to put it simply, it's a super smart AI system. It takes all this different data, geology, geophysics, you name it, and layers it all together to find those tiny, faint signatures of mineral deposits, but with incredible accuracy. All right, so how does this thing actually work? The first thing you need to know is that it's not some magic black box. Nope. The core idea is actually way more interesting than that. It's all about digitizing the really complex, almost intuitive way that an expert geologist thinks. Yeah, and I really want to double down on that. This isn't just some algorithm spitting out random guesses. It's more of an interpretive method. Think of it as a tool that's designed to make human experts even better, not to replace them. Okay, so here's the absolute key. Just imagine for a second how a geologist actually works, right? They're looking at tons of different data points, they're using rules of thumb, years of experience, even their own intuition to figure out where to look. Well, what Cajun does is it successfully captures that incredibly complex process and turns it into, well, what they call an explorationist's mind map. And this visual just illustrates the whole idea perfectly. You can see this mind map, showing how a geologist might think about finding nickel, connecting the dots between geophysics, removed sensing, different rock types. What Cajun does is it takes that exact logic and turns it into a powerful, repeatable series of questions it can ask a huge database. It's like a booster system that just supercharges their work. Okay, so let's get practical. How does this all come together in a real workflow? We can actually break down how Cajun sees underground into 3 main steps. Okay, step 1. It layers all the data it can get its hands on. Geophysics, geological maps, satellite pictures, all of it. Then, step 2, and this is really the secret sauce, it constrains that data. It uses actual geological knowledge to draw boundaries around everything. It's basically telling the system, hey, don't look over there, only look for this signature inside this specific area. And that is huge, because it cuts out all the noise from irrelevant data. And finally, step 3, it uses AI to ask questions of that focused, constrained data, hunting for those hidden patterns based on that geologist's mind map we talked about. And wow, this image really shows you the power of that constraining step. What you're looking at first is a raw geophysical map, a standard survey. You can see the target is just this big, fuzzy, kind of indistinct blob. But then, look at the second image. This is after Cajun applies those geological constraints. That same data now reveals a super sharp, crystal clear, high-priority target. All the noise is just gone, and this signal is totally amplified. It's a night and day difference. All right, so the concept is really cool, right? But here's the billion-dollar question. Does it actually work? I mean, does it find anything? Well, the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. Let's take a look. Okay, check this out because this case study is just incredible. So first, you have a standard magnetic map of an area that people thought they knew really well. You can see the known gold deposit right there. Pretty standard stuff. But then you see the Cajun enhanced map, and it does something amazing. Not only does it confirm the spot they already knew about, but it lights up like a Christmas tree over a brand new, high-potential target right next door, a target that was completely invisible before. And we're not talking about small finds here. These discoveries have a massive impact. So, in one case, they took the new targets CGN found and they actually drilled them. And the result? Get this. They added over 12 million ounces of gold equivalent. That's a way of combining the value of the gold and other metals they found. And in just 2 years, they tripled the project's entire mineral resource. I mean, that is just a staggering return on investment. And believe me, this is not a one-trick pony. The technology has a proven track record across a whole bunch of different deposit types. We're talking copper and gold for all our electronics, skarn deposits, epithermal gold, even the nickel that's absolutely essential for all those EV batteries. This thing is versatile, and that's one of its biggest strengths. So let's zoom out for a second. What does all of this really mean for the future of finding the stuff we need to run our world? Well, it really feels like it's pointing to a whole new era of exploration. And the process itself is beautifully simple when you think about it. You basically feed the system the inputs, all your geophysical data, your geological maps, any info you have on known deposits. And what do you get back? Well, for an exploration company, it's basically pure gold. You don't just get a prettier map, you get a precise, actionable map telling you exactly where to drill. And this is why this whole thing matters so much. It's a smarter way to work. It uncovers hidden deposits that everyone else missed. And it does it so much faster. We're talking about shrinking discovery timelines from decades down to just a few years. Because it's so precise, it saves companies millions of dollars on drilling. And of course, less wasted drilling means a much smaller environmental footprint. It is, from every angle, just a better way to explore. It really does revolutionize the entire process. And it leaves you with this one last kind of mind-bending question. Now that we have an AI that can basically see underground with this kind of clarity, what other secrets is our planet just waiting for us to find?